Hello everyone and welcome back. Before we dive into today's exploration, let's take a brief moment to reflect on the homework from our last video. Have you paused to ponder on that recent decision or action? Which part of your soul influenced it? Appetite, spirit, or reason? And for those who dived deeper, how's your reflection on the roles in the various cities of your life coming along? Recognizing and understanding these aspects is a cornerstone of our shared journey towards self-improvement. If you've missed out or are still navigating through the tasks, do check out our previous video, which is linked in the description, to stay on track with our collective journey of strengthening who we are, day by day. Now, ready to embark on the next leg of our intellectual adventure? Without further ado, let's dive deep into today's exploration. Close your eyes and imagine yourself chained in a dimly lit cave. For as long as you can remember, you've been fixated on a wall upon which shadows dance. These shadows, cast by objects behind you and illuminated by a fire's flicker, are the only reality you've ever known. Now, consider the monumental revelation that there's a world outside that cave, a world of vibrant colors, diverse forms, and the warmth of genuine sunlight. This is the premise of Plato's iconic Allegory of the Cave, a profound exploration of knowledge, reality, and enlightenment. Set within his seminal work, The Republic, this allegory pushes us to question the nature of our own perceptions. Are we, in our daily lives, merely observing a fraction of reality, a distorted version of the truth? The prisoners in the cave, much like many of us, accept the shadows as the ultimate reality, for it's all they've ever known. The chains that bind them can be seen as symbolic of our own limitations, whether they be societal norms, dogmatic beliefs, or even self-imposed restraints. These constraints obscure our vision, preventing us from seeking a higher truth. However, the allegory doesn't leave us in perpetual darkness. It suggests a potential for liberation. When one prisoner breaks free and witnesses the world outside, he undergoes a transformative enlightenment. This transition, from darkness to light, mirrors our own intellectual and spiritual journeys. It's a call to break free from our confines, to challenge our accepted beliefs, and to relentlessly seek the light of knowledge. As we embark on this philosophical expedition, ponder upon this. Are the beliefs and convictions you hold genuinely yours? Or are they mere shadows on your cave wall inherited from culture, society, or past experiences? As we step further into the sunlight of Plato's wisdom, we will delve deeper into what it truly means to be enlightened and the responsibilities it brings. The depth and brilliance of the Allegory of the Cave doesn't halt at the mere depiction of the prisoner's initial exposure to the world beyond his dimly lit confines. This narrative masterfully weaves into the very fabric of human existence, deep-seated emotions, the nature of understanding, and the journey to self-awareness. As we dive deeper into the allegory, the scene unfolds with the freed prisoner emerging into a world he never knew existed, a realm bursting with vibrancy and clarity. With every step he takes, his perceptions change, his eyes adjust, and his understanding grows. At first, the vastness of this world is overwhelming. He's drawn to the reflections in the water, perhaps mistaking them for another shadow or illusion. Slowly, recognition dawns upon him as he starts to discern the real, tangible objects, the very sources that once cast those misleading shadows back in the cave. The whole world seems like an endless parade of discoveries, each more astonishing than the last. And then, the ultimate realization strikes him. The radiant sun above, representing not just a source of light, but the epitome of truth, knowledge, and enlightenment. This sun, in Plato's narrative, is more than a celestial body. It embodies the pinnacle of understanding and the ultimate reality. But let's not rush past the emotional whirlwind the prisoner would undoubtedly be caught up in. Picture it, the sheer exhilaration of breaking free from chains, the initial trepidation and deep-seated terror stemming from a sudden confrontation with the vast unknown, and then the gradual dawning of awe. The absolute astonishment as the world, in all its technicolor glory, unfurls its beauty before him, is a sensation many of us can resonate with when faced with profound truths. And, just as overwhelming, is the heavy burden of realization that his entire life up until this moment, every certainty he held, was merely a shadow of the truth. This heart-rending moment, where joy meets pain, encapsulates the essence of transformative learning. It's akin to the profound epiphanies we face in our lives, those life-altering moments that reshape our perspectives, challenge our previously held beliefs, and redefine our realities. Every beam of light, every shimmering reflection, every true object he encounters, stands not just as a testament to the layers of deception he had been living under, but also as symbols of the transformative power of enlightenment. The euphoria that comes with each new revelation is palpable, yet it's juxtaposed with the raw, unsettling discomfort of facing an entirely new paradigm. The allegory brilliantly mirrors our own life's journey, where each new understanding, while liberating, also forces us to confront and shed our previous misconceptions. In our modern world, one can't help but feel that Plato's Allegory of the Cave is more relevant now than ever. We may not be chained in a literal cave, but think of the myriad ways we are bound by our perceptions, by societal constructs, by the incessant onslaught of media and technology. How many of us truly question the veracity of the information we consume? How often do we blindly follow narratives, forming opinions based on curated fragments rather than seeking the broader, holistic truth? Reflect on our daily engagements with social media, the echo chambers where opinions are magnified, and dissent is often muffled. Aren't these platforms akin to the walls of the cave, reflecting back to us mere shadows of reality, refracted through lenses of bias and vested interest? And in this digital age, with boundless information at our fingertips, one would assume we'd be more enlightened, more attuned to the broader world. Yet, the paradox is stark. The more connected we become, the more insular our perspectives seem to grow. Plato's prisoner, in many ways, mirrors our own journey, from passive consumers of projected realities to active seekers of truth. Consider our educational systems. Traditional methods often emphasize rote memorization and regurgitation, stifling creativity and independent thought. Pupils, much like the chained prisoners, are presented with a limited view of the world, one often dictated by standardized curricula and outdated texts. But what happens when a student breaks free from this mold, seeking knowledge outside prescribed boundaries, challenging established notions, and cultivating a thirst for genuine understanding? They embark on a journey akin to the prisoner's ascent, moving towards the light of critical thinking and holistic comprehension. Yet, as Plato emphasizes, this journey is not without its challenges. As the prisoner's eyes struggled to adjust to the sun's brilliance, so too might we grapple with cognitive dissonance when confronted with truths that challenge our deeply ingrained beliefs. The comfort of the cave, of the familiar, often beckons, making the path to enlightenment fraught with temptations to revert. But for those who persevere, the rewards are profound. Listeners, as we meander through this narrative maze, consider the caves in your own life. Where might you be settling for shadows? Where can you challenge the status quo, seeking out the light of knowledge and understanding? The Allegory of the Cave isn't just a tale from antiquity, it's a timeless call to introspection, growth, and the ceaseless pursuit of truth. So, how does one move from the confinements of the cave to the expanse of the sunlit world? Plato might not have handed us a step-by-step guide, but the allegory itself provides the blueprint for self-transformation and enlightenment. First, awareness is the bedrock of transformation. Recognize that you might be in a cave of limited perception. It's essential to identify the chains that bind us, whether they are habits, beliefs, or societal norms. Only by acknowledging our own confinement can we ever hope to break free. Think of the prisoners. Until one was unchained, they had no idea there was a world beyond the cave's walls. Awareness can often come from an unexpected event, a new encounter, or simply from introspection. Next is the process of questioning. The initial stage of enlightenment often springs from doubt. Why do I believe what I believe? Is there more to this story or information? Could I be wrong? These questions, when genuinely asked, act as a catalyst, moving us from passive acceptance to active exploration. In our allegory, it was the questioning prisoner who began the ascent out of the cave, driven by a hunger to understand the world beyond. Then, courage takes center stage. The prisoner's journey out of the cave was not a leisurely stroll, but a strenuous ascent. Breaking away from established norms, confronting our own biases, and seeking the truth can be daunting. There will be resistance, both internally and externally. Just as the sun initially blinded the escaping prisoner, new revelations might be discomforting, but it's essential to press on, armed with the conviction that the truth, no matter how unsettling, holds the key to freedom. Lastly, the allegory stresses the importance of giving back. Upon realizing the truth, the freed prisoner felt a duty to return to the cave and enlighten his fellow prisoners. Similarly, as we gain insights and wisdom, it becomes a moral imperative to share, educate, and help others on their journey to enlightenment. This is not just about preaching, but about leading by example, showing others the path, and providing them with the tools to navigate it. In conclusion, Plato's Allegory of the Cave isn't just philosophical musing, it's a call to action, a challenge to rise above our limitations, to seek the truth, and to lead a life of purpose and meaning. But remember, enlightenment isn't an endpoint, it's a continuous journey. And as you journey, reflect, learn, and share, ensuring that the cycle of enlightenment perpetuates, illuminating the world around us. The shadows and illusions of Plato's cave often mirror the veils we wear daily, obscuring deeper truths. Today, I invite you to step beyond those flickering shadows, drawing closer to the radiant reality outside the cave. This is why, at the end of each video, I present two paths for exploration. The first is a quick activity. Reflect on a piece of content, book, podcast, or belief you deeply resonate with. Now, actively seek out critics or differing viewpoints on that subject. While this might not represent the full escape from Plato's Allegory of the Cave, it's a start in understanding the limitations of our perceptions and recognizing our biases. And expanding upon this, the second request, which is our deep dive. Over the next week, challenge yourself to consistently seek out contrasting perspectives on subjects you're passionate about. See if repeatedly doing this changes any of your long-held beliefs or feelings. Remember, while change can be discomforting, it's also the catalyst for growth. As we've journeyed from the dim confines of Plato's allegorical cave to the blinding light of true understanding, and finally to introspection, it's crucial to note that these revelations, without real-world application, merely remain as intangible shadows on the wall. Ignite them with proactive actions, and let them illuminate your path forward. If this exploration resonated with you, consider supporting this voyage of discovery. Subscribe to this channel so I can continue following my passion, and together we'll dive into more profound insights. And remember everyone, day by day, continue to strengthen who you are so you can become who you are supposed to be.